The fragment here may also be to just kind of confuse Team Secret to make them think it's actually a back off, potentially,
Could
but
be. I mean,
I don't know. It could just be miscommunication.
I mean, obviously you don't take as much damage. It's a Hail Mary anyway, so
Yeah, why not?
At the end of the day, it's not the thing that killed Lakia. I don't blame it, but it is push out from both angles as well. Both onto Raptors and Pipes. And Texture, nice quick kill. No overheat, backs off. And Gen.G, they've dwindled down the numbers of Team Secret down to 4 once again.
And this was something that Gen.G was doing against RRQ. They would get aggressive at the early part of the round towards towards the attacker side nest, and RRQ shut it down for the most part. It almost never worked, and Team Secret just not quite mentally prepared for it. These rounds have been really furious, so gonna have to try to recover mentally. Jeremy out there with a Marshall, presence revealed.
Saw you, Mosh.
Just trying to make sure that they're not giving up positions on A. They even get the dizzy spot as well, and that's an easy kill for Texture. No sightline for Borkum, and Meteor holds true on B site.
Bladestorm as well for Texture, Bladestorm for Jeremy. Lockdown for NDG though. So you can see Team Secret a little more wary, checking their angles a little bit more thoroughly this time around towards their side of A. Lakia is way out here.
Exactly, it's a push out, and not just solo either, a heavy push out. They spot nothing, I mean, not even a turret to watch the back, so they're pretty convinced that whatever they saw over on the A side should be the main forces, as nothing was spotted on B either, just leaving Meteor to watch the potential lurk in mid. And this is the site already flooded by Gen.G. Not sure if Team Secret will have any guesses to this. They start to see the wingman. They're a little wary, but Karen with a quick trade, and they haven't spotted Texture yet either. All angles still held by Gen.G. And now the Thrash to push them out. He does get the detain onto both, and it's just going to be a quick chase down as they're trying to find the last member, and Lakia will chase him down.
This information for free, so I think they recognize that they need to at least show that mid is something being considered. So smokes and shock darts there, and that immediately draws a lot of attention for Gen.G over. Texture here now finally with an operator in hand. Meteor has a lockdown as well to boot. 4 ults for Team Secret, and the opener for Texture is good.
And it's Sage as well. I mean, that absolutely breaks apart the composition of Team Secret. The Viper down as well, and the kill doesn't come through, and it's going to be the save from Lakia. They just cannot get this Jet out of this position. 8 HP and still alive. No need to reload if you're just able to find the shot for Texture. Very confident. Has his back covered with his teammates who have arrived in time.
Just unbelievable. I mean, now the coordination and the teamwork is there for Gen.G. Now they're playing at a faster pace, at the pace that I think suits this Gen.G squad on their defender side. On their attacker side, I'm happy to see them slow things down a little bit, but here, it's help quickly. It's everybody really playing for each other. Texture, love the change in angle there. Love the way he's utilizing these new angles that have been opened up for the defenders on this B side. Really gives you some space to work with.
Man, just talking about all the knives flying right by him. Didn't quite get the kill. And the spray as well from Lakia. Oh, really rubbing salt in the wound against Jeremy on that last round.
And look at that, Lakia just able to step up here, get an orb, more or less for free. Shot there, of course, to cover him from Texture, but Team Secret is playing so scared because Gen.G is beating them at every twisted turn.
Spots one, wanted to get a bit more information. A little risky, but the Hunter's Fury is going to come out to clear him. He still stays alive above the slow orb.
Oh,
Envy finally answers back, but it took a little bit too much time. It's no command and the lockdown now for Gen.G. They want to make this a speedy retake. They know one's up on Heaven as he slides all the way out, but Meteor just chases through. No one gets out of my lockdown for free, he says. And that's the defuse being stuck. NDG, you just have to swing out, you just have to get the kills. You have to go for the spray down, but they're ready for it. Half already done. All 3 members aiming down their barrels. It's another round for Gen.G.
Yeah, it's just really starting to snowball here for Gen.G. Just clicking. Texture waiting with open arms at the right side each time. I mean, Jeremy gives him just enough time to get the aim back down. Meteor, that's not fair, man. That's just nasty there. The Meteor, the last couple of maps has been so impactful. 9-2. Last map, he was their top fragger.
Yeah, this is part of the reason a lot of people were rating Gen.G highly, is just regardless of teamwork, etc. If Texture can't pop off, you still got Meteor. If he can't pop off, you still got Munchkin. I mean, you just have this relay of star players from previous teams. As we say that, a little shaky for Munchkin, but he will still get out, getting that information for his teammates as well with the 0 point. And at the end of the day, I mean, not much area lost. Gen.G holding back on A side as they've already taken garage control. This map has been cut in half. The turret's watching mid. They know that this is just waiting to be a hit from Team Secret.
I'm going to forgive Munchkin a little. I don't expect the wide swing there either, especially with the operator in play.
Oh, and the snake bites as well. All these mollies coming up from Gen.G is just keeping them tied up even further as they just waltz through the toxic screen on for the ace for Munchkin, the IGL, and he will get it. Riles up the Korean crowd, cheering for Gen.G to represent Korea as yet another team in the playoffs. They're going to be leading 8-2.
Oh boy. We're going to see a third no command here pretty shortly. This is just absolutely filthy. They didn't hit the opening shots, didn't matter.
First swung out onto Conveyor. He's able to swing back, and he's ready for the follow-up as well. That makes things a little dicey for Gen.G. Now, during all of that, NDG had pushed up into mid a little bit, sets up a slightly more aggressive alarm, but now he's pushing on to B as well. You got to expect, because of the kills, that there's a force shift on to A, so Secret preparing themselves for the potential rotate. Now, Texture has an inkling on this, but I don't know if he has the timing to get all the way back to Snowman safely on his own.
Think about all the ults you have to play with now as Team Secret. With 2 rounds left, no real reason to hang on to these too much longer. You've got that Viper's Pit, you've got that lockdown, you've got a res if things turn the other way for them. They are going to be able to head over towards the B site. Now, Gen.G somewhat prepared for this. Toxic screen.
Oh no.
Cover up.
The pop out from Texture. He's ready for it, and it's the Sage of all things. Res down, wall down. The spike is no longer safe. He has to stick it, but the snake bite's coming out. It should land. No, Charon finishes it with the Vandal. They know time is in their favor. The pit goes up onto the plant. Team Secret, what are your answers? You have to wrap around. They're going to the deeper end. Onto Snowman, trying to just protect the spike, and it will finish. It's going to be NDG with the operator that barely saves a round for Secret.
Oh boy.
Bear, slight push, but they'll back off because of the counter utility with the slow orb. And just mid being watched from 2 by Meteor. He's going to slow push out. They want to regain control, and that's a slow walkout from Jeremy. The res was there, trying to beat it up, but Lakia's here for backup as well.
Oh, look at Texture. He's getting real aggressive off the back of that kill. They wanted to try to see if there was any punish they could find, but Meteor actually gets caught out, lurking out of tube. So that's going to open the door here a bit.
He needs to get the first kill. If he doesn't, well, it's not going to matter because that potential is now gone. And NDG will open up the site. It's going to be a retake for Gen.G as they now swap over to the Vandal. Thrash at the ready, but that's all they have to combat the potential pit of Borkum and all remaining 5 members of Team Secret.
Oh, Munchkin, nasty, nasty opener.
Yeah.
Lakia traded right out.
But count that down to 4. Now the null command. No Thrash is going to hurt, but it's just going to be dwindling down to 3 now. If Texture can find the first kill onto Envy, it will not happen. Munchkin all alone. Fragment lineup to try to clear out behind Yellow, trying to just funnel them in. It's going to land a little bit too far, and that might just be the dying heartbeats of this round for Gen.G as Team Secret will get the 4th round and just catch up to 4-8 in the first half.
Okay. I mean, hope here now for Team Secret. They've at least rattled 2 off in a row at the end of this, and it took some, fancy shooting to maybe get this Gen.G momentum in check. They were able to string some nice ones together, reading that lurk from Meteor very nicely there. Some just crazy good shots, able to hold their angles very, very nicely, winning that duel against Charon, coming through a few good swings. They're able to turn the rounds into their favor, but now move over to the attacker side for Gen.G, which was where they were absolutely just ridiculous on Lotus. And now you think about, oh boy, their attack is so scary. Are they going to be able to dial that up again? And again, that's the side of the map that Gen.G's been really good on so far this year. So let's see what they've got.
Yeah, you have to wonder, because you have the double flashes on for Gen.G. That's what makes that attack so strong. Now, of course, with the Sage, you're not exactly looking to combat the initial execute so much, rather than going for that defuse, trying to push them back and make sure.
A little bit of pressure towards A, but this all looks a little bit fake as that spike hasn't been picked up just yet. Texture and Charon over on the B side, 3-stack on the A. So both sides mirroring each other in terms of numbers that appear on the other end of the map. Jesse try to potentially bounce a shock dart in there, thinks better of it.
Yeah, doesn't want to react too early to that Gecko utility. Obviously, that's the benefit of Gecko. You can just kind of throw that out, try to trade for util, but recover it for the 10-second cooldown. And after this default, no early push from Team Secret is going to let Gen.G know that they will want to go to B. They've already taken care of yellow. They have the approach onto the site, toxic screen at the ready. And there is a deep nano swarm from Team Secret, but I can't imagine Gen.G is going to push all the way into Snowman, given the positioning so far. Just an early check with that 0 point.
Meteor here. Potential lurk battle with him and Jeremy on the other end of this.
They gotta watch out. Oh, they are gonna push all the way through, and it's going to be the Nanoswarm that goes off. So not the entire team quite there, but Charon picks up the first kill, and he's going to find site. Borkum eventually cleans it up with the headshot. A nice angle from Texture, but he can't find the kill. Spike still not planted. They have to take it back out of the site, and they're gonna have to run all the way through as Meteor has cleared out the A site, but 2 members lost. Now a 2v4. Meteor has to hold true with only 22 HP. He has to do the impossible and dwindle down the numbers of Team Secret as Munchkin has to run in and stick the plant. No cover for Munchkin. He's just gonna put it as far as possible. Meteor wants the first kill, the run out from Borkum. He's ready for the trade, but Munchkin 1-for-1 trade, and that's the wall up. Meteor, you just can't get back into the site. By the time you finish carving out the ice, the spike will be defused, and it's going to be Team Secret picking up the pistol. Huge there, and it looks to be a double swing out, and he's just gonna hold the spray just enough for 2 kills, and the Ghost with the slow orb is gonna secure a third. The commitment with the Stinger, you really have to stick with it, and he knows just how many bullets he has. And they're going to continue hunting forward. High-low setup from Team Secret. Meteor looking for a cheeky kill, but the recon is just going to give the 4th over to Envy.
Well, get a res on pretty quick here for Envy with this hot start that he's had.
I mean, that's a big one, too. Obviously, is going to help a lot against those post plants. Now, hunting for the ace. Teammates trying to help scout out for him. Looks like Jesse Vash just following up on the ropes as well. Now they have information. It's the Stinger spray, and Envy will answer back with an ace of his own.
Very nice here. Nothing wrong with getting your Sage right towards that early res. Everything.
Make use of all the utility that you have. You really have to bring this comp alive for Gen.G. Once again, a 2-3 split. Their go-to default turret watching mid, and they will just pressure pipes so that there's no aggressive push. And to trade util for util, but we noticed even right off the bat from the pistol, Secret, they're very well aware of the advantages that the Gecko brings.
No doubt. They are not falling for it too often here, especially on this defender side. Hasn't seemed to really give them too many difficulties, but now Gen.G reconsidering the A side, swinging back over the other way. Texture made some noise though here, had to clear the Killjoy utility. A Nano Swarm has popped. Maybe give a little bit of extra help over towards Borkum if there was a push towards yellow, but Texture actually backing off, taking their time, really going to try to dial up an explosive execute as all 5 members of Gen.G are making their way over.
Yeah, all in main as well. I mean, Borkum, if he gets the spray down, if he gets the snake bites accurately, this could shut down the entire thing. He wants to close the angle. He doesn't want to swing out too early, but it might be a little too late. He does hear the tailwind, though. It's the perfect time. As the snake bite goes down, it's going to have the debuff. Eventually gets the kill onto Charon. That slows him down enough. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. No easy way to force this. You got to send the wingman in. The Nano Swarm's now done. The Dizzy to make sure that the spike goes all the way through, and it's a nice flash as Gen.G gets 2 kills on the board. 3 versus 2. You do have the res, but do you have the opportunity to use it? No. It will get taken out. They now have information on the last member, Jeremy with a Bulldog. Pushing through, Mosh at the ready. Could just be an easy double swing, and it is as soon as they get.
But Gen.G all over at B already. Nobody even bothering to go for any util trades with the Gecko or any information gathering. It's just a full-on slow push up here, and it's been left decently wide open. That knife's not going to get any of the info on Team Secret's positioning.
Yeah, I mean, they know that the entire entrance has been empty, and I think perhaps also just noting that that's been the tendency of Team Secret so far. Wingman actually able to get the spike plant as the nanoswarms have all been taken out, so the snakebite just not doing enough on its own. And now Team Secret, they do have a res, but they have an operator, so they want a long-range pick initially to try to get through. It's going to be the null command to make sure no extra skills can be used, but they've already pushed through. They've already surrounded Yellow. And Lockett, you have to hold true, but he gets taken out by the flash. And Charon, he can't stabilize as he finds 2 targets on his screen. The 2 members, Munchkin and Meteor, can they fire through? It's just the IGL left, and he doesn't have enough firepower left in the bank. As Team Secret makes a swift retake.
I mean, just a little bit over-ambitious here from some of the points of contact for Gen.G. Texture walks into 4 guns of Team Secret and gets gunned down quickly. Lakia finds a great angle. It's a good flash to set him up, but he can't steady the aim in time, and he's taken down. That's concerning for Gen.G. That got pretty whiffy pretty fast for them, and that cost them that round. If they're able to win a fight or two over still, He's been sitting on that for quite some time. Lockdown for Meteor here. Let's see if Gen.G is going to find a way to just plant it right here back next to Yellow. Kind of similar to that same attack we saw a couple rounds ago where they're able to get the wingman plant down.
Yeah, just a quick one, but the Hunter's Tree going to be sent out because he knows that they're all corralled into green, and it's just going to be an easy kill onto Munchkin. That's an important member. You know, that's 1 less Molly, 2 flashes down, the info down as well.
Here.
And it's that 0 point that gives it away. They know what the attack is going to look like. They know where they're setting up. Jesse Vash just says, okay, guys, I got this. Stand back.
I mean, sure, now the lockdown can go through, and it's going to buy them enough time, but Team Secret, maybe they have some choices to push through. They're trying to make sure that Yellow is empty. Texture just trying to get out alive. He cannot. And while the lockdown does buy time, Team Secret, all 5 members left still. The pit available, so is the res, so they can get aggressive. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Thrash trying to keep them at bay is going to detain 2 members, but it's still plenty to go for the defuse. The wall trying to force the half out. The detain just hasn't finished just yet, but NDG with the trade. The res comes back up. It's still 4 members. The opposite is true. Charon needs to get the kills. They haven't got that yet. And Charon with the firing range isn't enough. Tondo Gaming comes in, but it will be enough time for Gen.G to climb back up to 10.
What a play from Charon. Just barely able to buy enough time. That's another knife, but last time around, the knife did not translate into a map win for Team.
Some of the other additions this year, but he is holding true and growing as a member of Gen.G as they now find momentum. They've realized this is the weak spot of Team Secret. They want to continue punishing it. The spike plant continues to be given up by Team Secret.
Look where Jesse's playing with this Judge. It's way in the back towards Snowman, expecting some kind of aggressive push out. Well, Borkum just says they're not going to get that far anyway. They're going to have to go through my guns first.
Yeah, Borkum finally stopping the plant, stopping the push as well. It's a good shout onto that Snowman, and they have to back out. Now they know the backup's all here. I mean, no real lurk for Gen.G at all. The turret just watching for a flank around them, so they're gonna want to stick to this unless they start to rotate now. They won't have enough time to clear every single angle slowly.
If you could just get Charon a little bit further forward, you could try to get the pit down, but even then it's not comfortable. There's just too many players of Team Secret here to really accomplish what you want to.
Okay, the 0 point to push them back.
Oh, look at Jesse.
Yeah, still haven't heard the Judge just yet though, and the wingman will not get the plant down. And now they just have to push through. They don't have an option. The spike once again stranded, and the Judge is watching it, ready to lay down the reckoning here.
30 seconds
and it's just going to be Gen.G corralled around Yellow. Meteor trying to make something happen with a very exposed location, and Jeremy will get the call, picks up the kill. And only 15 seconds left. The round surely in favor of Secret, but the real question is, Gen.G, can they stay alive? Cred's not looking good on either side.
Yeah, so Gen.G calling for the save, I think. Just trying to see if they can hold on to the rest of this round, and neither team really wants to drop a gun if they can help it. Jesse, though, might go for it. He's going to grab a Vandal of his own. He's starting to done a lot of on these B hits. He's ready there to punish it. Great job by Borkum preventing all of the plants with the wingman. That's a great adaptation by Team Secret to make that round really challenging for Gen.G to get anything done. And
yeah,
now the economy's in the gutter, and Team Secret's able to keep all their guns.
It's a situation, it almost feels like, where Gen.G just felt the need to say, okay, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But Team Secret fixes it just in time to make sure the momentum stops. And now going back to that initial start with the 2-3 split default, and without the great weaponry, they will just have to file into the crosshairs. A nice swing to escape the first shot, and Jeremy gets tagged back, left down to 11 HP. Borkum has to give up on the backup as well. They have to empty the entire site. Jeremy looking for a sliver, but he gets spotted once again. The heal comes out from Envy, but the site given up, and the pin goes up from Gen.G. Borkum does find a nice kill, though. Onto Texture. That's the jet down, the star duelist of Gen.G out of the picture. Only 2 rifles in hand for the Korean team.
Oh, great util to clear this pit, but the shooting does!
Yeah, they are just getting sprayed down, and the wall comes up, but it's not going to be that what matters. It's just going to be the deaths. You can see Munchkin on the screen of Meteor there on the camera, just kind of giving up, stretching out, and saying, okay, this is the round, I mean, where we just had this half buy. Just let it through. It didn't work out. That's unfortunate, as Team Secret will get the defuse.
And they'll get a lockdown off of that.
Out of my way.
And it's only a few rifles, a Guardian, and of course that Blade Storm here as Gen.G's funds are right back towards 0.
Yeah, Gen.G just going to wait for an aggression as well, thinking that perhaps with the switch up that they had, Team Secret might try to push the momentum they've now gained with an aggressive push out of B Garage. They won't find it. It's a late Poison Cloud onto mid as well, trying to set up Meteor for a lurk. And I was thinking about mentioning this a couple rounds ago before the action started to flow, is that that's another thing they haven't really explored, is the pinch or the late lurk from mid to help that spike get planted on the B site. Trying to just draw out more members. This time, the bait will work to at least draw the attention. And Gen.G, I mean, they've always had, you know, an easy time getting right up to yellow. This isn't the trouble. It's about getting the spike actually planted and then being prepared for the retake. This time, you got pit and lockdown for Team Secret available.
Right, still have that operator to consider from Jeremy. Texture, though, ready. Try to get some big plays going with this Blade Storm. Going to swing out to the other side of yellow. Borkum, once again, trying to play anti-plant defense.
Oh, the push in. The Nano Swarm's there once again. Just barely getting under the bridge. Just trying to bait out any util towards Snowman, but he's just going to hold right under. Wants to cover these angles for his teammates, be the first point of contact, but he has too many angles to check. I mean, 180 degrees, that's so rough for him, but it's going to be Charon still standing right on the site. Denies the lockdown. Envy there to stop the push out. And now, once again, Munchkin and Meteor left all alone. The op just scratches them all the way down, and Meteor just cannot swing around fast enough. Borkum will get the last kill, and Team Secret regains control as they go up to 11.
I mean, now things are starting to fall apart a bit with the teamwork for Gen.G. The KJ used to be a duelist. You know, Charon's brand new. He's a rookie. He's playing great, but you're absolutely right, Will. I think maybe they just aren't quite ready for some of those angles. Probably doesn't help that that box got lifted up into the air. That might have cut a few off
well,
as
yeah,
well.
I mean, that's a big one as well. That really disrupts a lot of the options you had, and I'm just wondering, I mean, I can't tell you exactly how many options they would have, but I would imagine if this is a composition you're picking, that's something that you have in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Now a little more focus onto the middle of the map, though, and it looks like they're ready for an instant pinch onto B. If the spike gets planted, they'll delay it. But so far, they've started to have trouble even with the plant itself. Dizzy sent out far, not going to be able to get recovered. But it's a quick push, trying to draw the attention out so they can get the spike safely into the site.
Got that thrash again. Send that out, see if they can clear a little bit of space, get a little bit of info, and they do, and they get that plant down as well.
Meteor needs to stay alive, but he loses control of Tube. But thankfully for Gen.G, they still have 2 members on the late lurk. The 0 point is going to tie up the retake for just a bit longer. He wants his thrash so badly, and he will get it. The Mosh, don't know if it's going to land to clear things out, but NGG, he spotted both, so he's well aware that there is another member coming. And it's a back out entirely. The pit goes up, and you're not going to have too much time to regain control. The thrash is going to just get shut down by Jesse Vash, and that's the defuse all the way through. I mean, they just couldn't.
To win. That's a fight that you expect Meteor to win up in Kitchen. And if he doesn't, the wheels come off, and the round goes to Team Secret, and now they are 1 away.
Match point. Currently tied 1-1 on the maps. And Team Secret looking to close things out, showing Icebox for the first time for this team here at kickoff. And they brought an age-old composition, proving that it still works. Like you mentioned, the sites themselves haven't changed too much. So the philosophy is there. The drone is going to spot everybody. I mean, this is just a hard tell that it's an A push, and the site has been flooded already. Dizzy goes down, nobody flashed out. It's just a trade from Jeremy, but eventually Charon will push through. bringing up the firepower for Gen.G. The spike will get planted as Karen gets the third. Gen.G trying to stay alive. Now a deep lurk from NDG. How many can he get? Rookie for rookie, can he find the kills? Barely spots one. Is gonna find the first kill onto Karen, but he's not quite aware, but a nice swing onto Meteor. Munchkin has the timing on NDG. 1v1. Munchkin versus Borkum, and Munchkin can get this. He doesn't land onto the pipes, but he would get the null command. He realizes that he's not on it. He knows the last angle he was on. Waiting for the jump peek. Should peek out right at the half, and he does find him. The half not quite done yet. He spots the spike as well. Goes for the spray down. Knows that he should be out of time, and Munchkin will secure the kill. Bring up the null command. It's overtime in our first best of 3 of the day.
Unreal. Just absolutely unreal, this battle between these two teams. No one wants to give up. Everybody knows how important this is. There's so much on the line here in this first match. And it has just been an incredible back and forth. Both teams only able to find 4 rounds on their attacker's side. And Texture with 2 huge kills to buy enough space here to get into a plant position. And now we go into OT. Got a win by 2. Texture gonna go for that glass cannon right out the rip.
Yeah, just starting it off right where he left off. Texture wants to keep up the momentum. He's had such a great tournament so far with the operators, but today's Secret has had his number for the most part. Staying at the bottom of the kill feed for the majority of this match. Very aggressive, but he does have his back covered. Oh, and he's not gonna find the shot. He thinks they might have swung in too deep, and Jeremy with a late timing. I mean, they saw the push out earlier, and now Jeremy remembers that timing.
It's just such a tough angle there. I mean, Texture so confident, I get it, but man, oh man, it's so hard to find where that player's head is going to pop out. There's a lot of options.
Lakia?
Ooh, Lakia!
And that's a deep flash from his teammate Munchkin, but he's only going to find 1 kill. He definitely needed more. The spray not going to find the kill onto Envy. It's a quick flood onto the A side, and a nice double swing from NDG and Borkum will clear out the site. And the first round of OT going very much in Secret's way. Karon's still alive, but 4 members to battle through.
Should be nigh impossible.
Yeah, I can't get the first kill either. Now they know his location. That's the one advantage he would have had. Just trying to creep in. He'll do what he can. Obviously, momentum a very big part of it when it comes to overtime as well. So whatever you can do to bring up that confidence. We know how snappy his aim can get. He's ready for the trades, but it's just another double swing with NDG and Envy. And Team Secret leads 13-2, or 13-12.
I mean, I think it's... You have the confidence as Texture to make those plays, but maybe this isn't quite the moment. You think you can catch Team Secret off guard, but Jeremy's checking for it. He's aware that something like that is possible. And NDG having some really impactful kills here as this map has gone on. Having a huge performance and giving us a little bit of a head bob. He's feeling it. Team Secret could close it out.
Secret 1 round away from getting the first match win. They will have to play another afterwards against Zeta Division. Any of these teams that wins both of their matches make their way into the play-ins. And of course, we could have those tiebreakers with the differentials, but that's not the question at hand right now. The concern for Gen.G, can they keep the OT going? This time a bit more of a spread. They do have a backup plan onto B site. They know that Team Secret hasn't aggressed on that part of the map.
Yeah, I like that we're seeing this from Gen.G. It was a concerning part of their attacker side before. Now playing with a little bit of pressure on both sides, and that knife gives no information. Everybody on Team Secret is playing right at the edge of where they expect that knife to land. They don't give any info over. Now the wall comes up though. Now Gen.G has to kind of reconsider here. Take their time. They know that there's probably nobody on the eastern side of the site, but
they're just going to go for it. I mean, they drew out the utility, and they're just trying to bait out more of it, but they just say, okay, there's still members hanging around, even though they're not in sight. The retake clearly at the ready. So the siege wall down, the slow orbs out, and they feel that that's enough to try to get them into a position. Secret very quick on the rotate, though. Back up all at the ready. Karon knows that Borkum's been playing up in Evan. Borkum has to back out. Karen is still already deep. Secret's just not ready for it. And Texture watching for the lurk. Doesn't find the pick, but gives the information to Karen, who is still holding her on sight. Borkum eventually takes down his nemesis, the opponent Viper. 1v2. Borkum is in time. Oh, he gets a third. 10 seconds on the clock. Left. Texture, he has to stick the pie. No, he's going for the kill, and he will get it with the shorty, shutting.
Close to the front of green here, but so far, just going to keep his feet planted, not going for anything crazy aggressive. The rest of Team Secret now making their way back over towards A. Lakia, the only one on the A site proper, up on top of the pipes.
Yeah, in Secret, they sent that long-range recon onto green as well, but it looked like Texture hid right under the container. So Secret maybe playing with a little bit of false information that it might be a default hold. Meanwhile, Gen.G, they know that the B site is fairly weak at the very least. Lots of forces on the A side, just waiting for the execute to happen. Into the angles they're holding. The drone does spot 2. Mosh at the ready just to delay.
They've got a nano right on the plant spot as well, the default plant spot, to try to punish Team Secret if they keep going this way. Knife going to catch a few more members, give a little bit of information that they're still sticking around, at least for now.
Yeah, selling the footsteps as if they're exiting, but no reason to move from Gen.G. They're still watching mid with the turret as well. Operator on the B side, Mosh to buy time. The mollies are all coming through. They just can't get in safely. They will get delayed. Munchkin stays alive in the back of sight. Does he find an angle? He finds one through the screen. Can he find another? No, Jeremy will get that trade, but it's a double stack in the back of sight. Karen and Meteor just holding true as Lakia will even things out. Now a 1v2 once again for N.G, and it's going to be Karen, rookie for rookie, as he fires.
This on this head, this has been just one of the most incredible back and forth.
And it's going to be the fast hit onto B. A little variation of it though. The spike not in the hands of the Jet, just trying to draw them out. Just draws a lot of attention onto B, into
Jeremy
mid.
though.
Do they expect this? I mean, surely they have to. They've left it open for so long. Meteor looks like he wants to check it, but the angle is so advantageous for Jeremy. Meteor just does not think he's already going to be on conveyor. Jeremy now on an island, just wants to buy time. Envy does get picked off across his own wall. If Jeremy dies here, that is going to be bad news for Secret as the site feels so weak.
Oh, Borkum.
All members spread apart for Secret. I mean, they have to win their duels no matter where it happens. Borkum's going to try to tighten the choke point against Gen.G. Still 55 seconds. Gen.G, do they keep in mind how much time has passed since they have cleared mid? Borkum, he gets one, and that's going to be the end of it. Munchkin saves him. Lucky has been holding control of green, and Gen.G, they feel that they are close as they lead the charge onto the site and potentially as they try to lead in the play-ins today.
Tough situation now. On site here for N.G.
He's so good! The pings are perfect! He just sprays it down, 25 seconds left. Now, just trying to bait out his position. Lakia's ready for it, and NG gets the trade onto Munchkin. Lakia, it's mind game for mind game as he only has 9 HP. He has to bait him out, and he will get the wraparound. NG does not. Gen.G will lead with a series win, hard fought.